Welcome to another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it's BOLO Day, and we are BOLO'd up today, so we're going to have to get started. What are a BOLO, you ask? Let's be on the lookout for. We're going to tell you what sold over the prior week on eBay and give you a little bit of a deep dive, tell you how you can find it yourself, and things to look for when you're out there. Take it away, Mr. Magazine.
All right, for all you smokers out there, we got a cool cigarettes, giant standing metal ashtray can. It's almost 20 inches high.
So is that like the one like you would see out in front of a store?
I think, yeah, it'd be like definitely like a store promotional display that you can use, in front of like a mini mart or something maybe. Yeah. I don't know if they sell things like these anymore. This obviously looks older. I had picked up a local card collection, sports cards, a gentleman, and these things were in his basement. And I said, oh, those are pretty cool. You want to buy them too? I don't want them, so I got them pretty cheap. And, they go for $50. They look like garbage cans, basically. Little mini garbage cans, 20 inches high. But, again, I got $50. I had two different ones. I got 50 a piece out of them.
How high are the ones in front of your laundromat?
Those aren't very high at all.
So they're about the same size?
They're little buckets, the one we got. The tall ones were stolen. Like this, but we got little tiny buckets with sand in them. We keep it cheap, so no one's going to steal
But it's
them.
about the size of it. So, okay. So $50. So what? Any idea at all? The ones that got stolen, what are those worth? Like what do they cost
advertising, you? But they were. It was like one of those taller ones. They're probably $50.
$50. Okay, So any of these kind of ashtrays out there that you find,
it'd be cool. Like if you had a game room with a pool table, that in the corner, whatever. So, But again, any type of tobacco advertisements, vintage, I would buy them up.
Right, but I guess my whole point is if I wanted one of those brand new, I'm paying $50.
Oh yeah,
I can pay $50 and get one with advertising on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, cool. Next up, Borden Brown Elsie the Cow rubber face vintage stuffed animal plush toy went for $35. Kind of cool, nice shape. What do you think? It's 1960s, I'm guessing.
50s or 60s, yeah, 50s or 60s.
Oh, yeah, pretty cool.
Well, and the big thing with that is I don't deal in plush very often.
Yeah,
I can remember that. I definitely can remember.
It's really
that.
Clean too. And look at the face. Usually rubber gets all scuffed up and stuff. And if it's 50 years old, it's in pretty nice shape for that. So.
Yeah, so $38, and I can remember that if I see somebody having it out for $5 or under.
Yeah, definitely. All right, next up.
I cannot remember this.
No. Looking through like old toys that we picked up in collections, and I just picked up. I picked up the collector case.
Sorry. I just saw the price.
Yeah, I picked up the collector case for Ninja Turtles, and then there was like a Ziploc bag just loaded with accessories, and I'm like, we're never gonna break them up. We're never gonna match them up. We're never gonna match them. I go, just lot it out, throw $100 on there. Who knows what they're really worth? And here you go, $280 in auction. You can't argue with that. But whoever has the figures knows to match them up, and they'll do well.
Yeah, or they're a dealer, and they go, hey, these are great for me. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, and you get the case as well. So yeah, pretty cool. All right, next up, Black Christmas Laserdisc, Olivia Hussey. And someone named Kidder, $227.
Wow.
So we knew this was a rare one. We looked these up because sometimes if they don't, if it's an obscure title, most likely they didn't make a DVD on it. So this one we knew people were asking $250 on it. Someone offered me $150 right out the box. I turned them down because everyone else was asking over $2. So we let it ride, and then I had an offer of like $210 or something like that. So, but you can't argue with that. Very cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is insane.
And it's that time of year.
Like, that it is.
Black Christmas comes after Black Friday.
Oh, so, yeah. Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I learned a lot.
Next up, Green Arrow DC Superheroes Meagle 50th anniversary action doll. This is actually a remake of the original Meagles, and it went for $80.
Wow.
And it must be a rare one.
I was going to say, maybe Green Arrow was a rare one to start with. Now, how do you know? I mean, I know it is, but how do you know it's a reprint? Is it
the box is a little different. It's glossy, and then I think on the back it'll have the years, and it's got this gold sticker on it right here.
Oh, okay. It's probably got a UPC also. Yeah.
But, I mean, most of them are like 30 to 50 now. They've been around for a while, maybe 5-10 years, But, I didn't know that was a rare one, so pretty cool. Next up. 1960s Hasbro G.I. Joe tent with board poles and a 12-inch tactical figure. This was just hiding in a box in the corner with a bunch of old G.I. Joe accessories that we've already sold a bunch of, and I just said throw it up for, he threw it up for less than I would have figured, but, it went for $40 and still can't argue with that.
And it got 5 bids. So.
Yeah, exactly, Yeah, very cool. So the doll must have already been dressed, I'm assuming. I don't think my employee would have dressed the doll, but it's a cool, it looks pretty good. Good picture.
$13 shipping too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the board's actually kind of big.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, 12. He's 12-inch, and I think the board's probably close to that. All right, next up, Jenna Hayes signed Private Digest magazine.
Who's Jenna Hayes, may I ask?
She's an adult star.
Okay.
And you could list this on eBay because, one, she's
not of the caliber.
Right, yeah. And, the cover looks
no disrespect
okay,
meant to Jenna Hayes.
Yep. But I don't research this stuff. Maybe she passed on, but $200 is a lot to get out of a magazine like this autograph. So I'm assuming she passed on, and she's just really hard to get a hold of at this point.
Maybe,
in her life.
maybe she doesn't.
Definitely a popular one. She's an A-list adult celebrity, so there you have it. I just thought that was pretty cool that I had no idea I even had this, and I went for that, but good for me. I think this is my last one. So I've been clearing out, I'm making room in my shop and digging out all kinds of things that were listed at one point. Come across this under a pile of books. I used to be a drummer in my day, but don't tell anyone. This is a Zildjian medium thin crash cymbal used.
You taught Gene Krupa how to drum, didn't you?
Exactly. Hopefully they showed somewhere that it is damaged. Let me see here, because I told my employee, because there is a big crack right over here. So there's a hole crack in this cymbal. So, a nice one probably goes for $200-300. So I said throw $25 on it. Went for 36. Let me just make sure we don't get this sent back.
Can't really tell, yeah.
I did tell him about it, so I'm assuming it's the read more. It's in there somewhere, but I still would have said damage in the title.
Right.
But there you have it.
Awesome. All right, first item we have up over here. Sewing machine needles, Lot Singer Vintage. I took a $12 offer on it plus shipping. Just one of those deals. I was at a sale, and I could absolutely tell they didn't care what I was buying. They just wanted stuff gone. And they had a bunch of sewing machine needles, and I said, if I put these in my box or I don't put them there, it's not really going to change the price.
Yeah.
I might as well take these because I figure I can sell them all together.
Sure.
I was going to look into sell them individually, and I said, you know something? No. What do I care? Just, I probably paid $20 for everything, the whole box of stuff. So this, gets me halfway out of the box after expenses, and cool. I didn't care about it.
Yeah, a little nice bonus.
So happy about that. So again, when you're out there and you have an opportunity to just throw something in and they don't care, take it. You'll make some money out of it.
For sure.
Woman police officer, occupation, original art, Franz Altschuler, 1980s. I thought this was really cool. They actually would use these to make the little gloves. Those things that kids use, the little gloves?
Yeah, like McDonald's that you know.
Yep. Did take 3 years to sell, which actually surprised me. I did buy a whole bunch of these, all different occupations. This was the first one out of them to sell. I mean, I think I'm about out of them, though, which tells you I bought them right. Mm-hmm. But I thought these were really, really awesome. And, of course, did the the front and the back.
Yeah, it's odd that the police officers getting patted down at an airport.
That is kind of odd, but, hey, what are you going to do? Ella Girl, June 2017 with Selena Gomez and Wonder Woman. This is a magazine that I think I got like a $5 offer on. And I go, it's from Russia.
Yeah. Go fly out there and get your own.
Yeah.
And go back in time.
Yeah. It's worth more than that. And sure enough, somebody ended up paying $34. So if you've got a price on something rather like this that you feel that it's worth, and I certainly felt it was worth a lot more than $5. Now, the American one, I'm sure you've had of this.
Yeah.
Was it a $5, $10, $15 magazine?
I'm just thinking the cost. Could you imagine now you have to buy a DeLorean, you have to buy a flux capacitor. I mean, you're going back in time 7 years, and you still have to get to Russia 7 years in the past and find this magazine.
But even let's just say that it was sitting somewhere on a newsstand.
Right.
It cost more than $34 to fly to Russia.
Yeah. Then you got to wait for the electrical storm. I mean, it's just
there's a lot of
involved. A lot of things going on.
We always say take a look inside the books you buy. Sometimes people have bookmarks. F.D. Gaylord, Sodus, New York, the Daylight Store bookmark, early 1900s, was sitting inside of a book from the early 1900s, which is how I dated it. I mean, it could have been, but it does look to be early 1900s.
Very cool.
$24 item just kind of sitting inside of a book. How do you go wrong with that?
That's great. It's like finding $20, $20 bill in your book.
It really was. Do not buy this. New York Giants, 2008. Now, this took 10 years to sell. Super Bowl champs, hardcover book, Blue Miracle, Eli Manning. I'm sure you've had books like this before.
Yeah.
I would think because it's the New York Giants that it would have sold quicker.
Yeah,
and put out by the Daily News.
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah.
It didn't.
I think you got a better shot of selling it to a Patriots fan because then they might destroy it.
Put it in the chipper or something, yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, that just kind of amazed me because, again, New York Giants are one of those teams that have a large collector base
99
as well.
of sports books are garbage for the newer sports books are garbage for the most part. Yeah.
Well, this proves it.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, unless you got 10 years and nothing to do.
Sure.
Oh, and then really to add insult to injury, because I had it listed media mail.
Yeah.
Because it was listed in the sports section. I think I listed it under memorabilia or something like that.
Yeah.
I actually had to go to PayPal to print the shipping label out
gosh.
because it was not offered on eBay. And I go, really? I'm not making any money to start with, and you're making me jump through all these hoops.
Oh, man. Yep.
It really is a book.
Yeah.
Have you ever had Self-Defense magazine?
I don't believe so.
I've never seen that magazine before until I picked this one up, May 1928. Boxing, Navy. It's all about, basically everybody in there is a Navy. Sold for $28, which does seem kind of low, but...
100 years old. I mean, that's crazy, but yeah.
But that's what it sold for.
Yep.
It didn't fly off the shelves by any means.
But you move on.
Yep, absolutely. And you move on to Milton Bradley School Materials and Books, 1924 Catalog A, $74.
Oh,
Do a lot of pictures on that because it's got a lot of cool items in it, definitely. With the scissors, you got the rounded scissors like I had to use, and that was when I was in 11th grade, and so on. Lots and lots of great pictures throughout. Plus, you always want to put down the general index as well, just kind of to tell people. That way, if they say, our stapler's in here, you can look it up.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, $74. I think I paid a couple of bucks for it. So when you see those kind of things, definitely get them. And the last thing over here, I picked up at Allentown.
It's better than a sharp scissor in the eye.
Or a rounded one for that matter.
True.
Or that compass I just saw with the pointy thing right there. That's going to hurt.
Fun. Yeah, it looks fun.
And the last item we had, Connie's Hot Chocolates Playbill, 1930 Cab Calloway Jazz Lips Richardson, $142, sold at auction. In doing my research, I bought a large pile of older Playbill type items over at Allentown. The person would not budge on price, but I said, I think there's going to be something good in there. I think I paid $200 for the pile and got almost half my money out of this, or half my money out of the one item. Doing a little bit of research, Connie's Hot Chocolates was actually a African-American play. And Louis Armstrong made his debut. When he left, Cab Calloway went into it. So pretty star-studded if you ever happen to see Hot Chocolates.
A little jazz history there.
Definitely is. I think that is an awesome program. If I didn't already save 50 million things in my collection, I probably would have saved this as well because I knew it was good. Yeah. But I said, something, I can't save everything that I
think I sold some, sounds familiar. I think I sold some DVDs with Jazz Lips in the title there, in acting. Well, at least similar to that title, but yeah.
Yeah, probably, yeah. So hopefully that helps you a little bit. Do hit the like button. You can help us, and we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.